There are so many talented professionals out there who aren't able to get their entrepreneurial endeavor off the ground. And part of the reason is they are having a difficult time creating an effective personal brand. There's 5 main reasons why a highly accomplished professional has difficulty creating an influential personal brand. The first one, and I'd love to hear which ones you are, the first one is perfection. As professionals, we are trained along a certain way of thinking. In university, you do these things, you get the grade, you get the job, you do things in perfect alignment and life will work out. And then we take that into everything that we're doing. And then it feels like nothing is ever good enough because there's always that next level to reach towards. That's where perfection can get in our way. And when you're learning something new, like personal branding or creating content or outreach, it is really awkward for someone who is used to a really high level of excellence to get humble enough to make some mistakes and just make progress instead of perfection on camera. The second reason that people tend to, especially professionals, tend to have difficulty creating influential personal brands is they have too much talent. You have acquired a lifetime of skills in your personal life, in your professional life, certifications that you've had, experiences that you've had, and you are like, I'm going to show the whole world everything that I've got, which makes you feel good. But to your audience, all it does is confuse them because they're like, well, I could work with them on this and this and this and this. I don't even know where to start. So we have distractions with all the opportunities that they could be using to work with you. And so they don't even know where to start. And in our day and age, people are making so many decisions all the time. You want to give them one simple decision. Are you a yes for them or are you a no? The third reason highly accomplished professionals have difficulty creating influential brands is that they make things too complex. We learn a certain jargon in our industry. We have developed maybe a higher level of speaking, and then we come to our clients and they may not be at that same path as us, right? They may not have learned all the same words. They may not understand the concepts that you understand on a snap. They have to think through it. And so we need to remember where they are at. And so we need to take where we're thinking and bring it to their level. And that doesn't at all mean dumbing down what you're doing. It means talking to them the way that they talk. For example, with my dental clinic way long ago, when a patient would come in and talk to me about their gums bleeding, I wouldn't be like, well, that's actually your gingiva, and you probably have gingivitis or periodontitis. That'd be right over their head, right? They may have heard those words before, but they don't really get what they mean. So instead, we talk to them about their bleeding gums, right? We speak in their language. So again, it's not dumbing things down. We're still talking about the same concept at a high level. We're just using the words that make sense to them and the concepts that make sense to them. The fourth reason that professionals, especially highly accomplished ones, have difficulty creating influential brands is that they never feel like they're enough. And this comes back to that perfection, the way that we're trained in university. There's always another certification we could get. There's always another personal development program we can do. There's always something that someone else has that we don't have. And so maybe we have no business putting ourselves out there or claiming we know what we know. What you have right now is enough. You have everything that you need to be packaging yourself and putting yourself into the market with where you're at today. No faking it until you make it. Own exactly where you're at. And that comes to point number 5, which is my favorite, is not owning your genius. Now, in lots of different cultures, in lots of different familial upbringings, even in social circles, owning your genius can feel like you're being cocky, or you're being arrogant, or you're being narcissistic. And if you're going to be building a personal brand, you need to show what you know. So you do actually need to own your genius. It doesn't mean you know everything out there, but you know what you know, and you know that you know it. And when you can actually do that, that is that turning point of trust with your audience, because they can feel it. If you are doubtful about your genius, they're going to doubt you too. So you have to come out of the gate with that confidence. And it's not about exuding overconfidence again, or being narcissistic or being braggy about what you're doing. It's just knowing that you know what you know and sharing that with the world. No faking it, just knowing. So if you have been struggling to create a influential personal brand, and you are a highly accomplished professional, and you're like, oh, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, maybe a little bit of 5, I would love for you to get on a conversation with me, and we can talk about how we can move your personal brand forward. I have a new program that is launching that starts October 30th, and it is honestly awesome. It is the lowest price point I've ever offered a live program at, and the point of it is, instead of trying to get people into my $35,000 program, which I love, I'm taking pieces of that and piecing it out throughout the year. So the first part is, it's called the Pivot Mastery Project, and this is the personal branding part of it. So if you have been struggling really to identify what the heck is happening, that you can't create an influential personal brand, you can't leverage social media to the level that you see other people using it, then you'll want to click on the link below and check it out. It is 12 weeks. It is a deep dive. You're going to have access to me every week. I'm available for Q&A. I'm delivering the content live. You even get a personal branding session. So there's a lot to it that is going to help you to go from being stuck right now or getting mediocre results to actually making this the best part of your marketing plan that actually drives sales, that drives getting the right kind of clients, and that allows you to stay in that niche of genius that you actually need to claim. So make sure, again, you click that link below.